Hello, and welcome to episode 9 of WesterosCraft Walks with your new and improved host, DutchGuard. You may have noticed that my voice sounds a lot more clear, and that's thanks to this beautiful new microphone, courtesy of all of you wonderful donators who have donated to WesterosCraft in the past year or two. If you're interested in making a donation, just check out our homepage. There will be a link for that below. All of our donations go directly into improving the quality and content of our server and community, so a big thank you in advance. So without further ado, let's delve into some of that quality content here at Sisterton. Before we walk around the town of Sisterton, I'm just going to give you a little bit of insight into the background of where we are in the world of Westeros. So as I said, we are here in Sisterton, which is the largest town on the island of Sweet Sister, the island which is ruled by House Borrell, and if I turn around here, you'll be able to see the seat of House Borrell, known as Breakwater. So Sweet Sister, ruled by House Borrell, is part of a chain of 3 islands, known collectively as the Three Sisters, altogether ruled by House Sunderland. The other 2 islands are known as Little Sister and Long Sister. We won't be seeing those today, since we're just going to focus on the town of Sisterton and Breakwater Castle. The Three Sisters are located in a bay called the Bight, located just north of the Vale and the east side of Westeros. Alright, so let's hop off our trusty fishing vessel onto the docks here and take a look at Sisterton, known widely across Westeros as a scum of hive and villainy, pardon the reference. It used to be a den for pirates, but is now mostly just a smuggler's cove. And it is reflected in the sort of dingy and dirty style that we've got going on here. Since Sisterton is sort of on the border of the north, we've got this lovely north style we've adapted for Sisterton here. It's quite a bit dirtier than the north style. We've still got the peaked roofs, but we've got dirty materials, dirty mixes of materials, dark daub and wattle, which you can all see here. So we've got this nice little market area and the docks here below, and we're just going to head up this cliffside here to check out some of the houses and the style of Sisterton. So let's head into this first house here. Nice little kitchen area. Beautiful little kitchen area. And this beautiful view out onto Breakwater Castle there. You can see it's sort of built on these big basalt arches that jut out of the sea there. Just past there, across the sea, is the Narrow Sea and Essos further out. So let's get out of this house here and take a more look around Sisterton. So the Lord of Sisterton currently is Godric Borrell. Godric Borrell is famous because Stannis Baratheon, when he was the master of ships under the rule of Robert Baratheon, came to Sisterton and hanged 10 of Godric Borrell's friends who were suspected to be smugglers, and warned Godric Borrell if he didn't stay allied to House Baratheon that he would hang him too, under the terms that he would keep the night lamp lit. The night lamp you can just make out there between the houses there. There's a big lighthouse attached to Breakwater Castle. And if he didn't keep that lit, Stannis would come back, and it wouldn't be a pleasant meeting. So here we are. We're going to make our way around to Breakwater Keep and just show you some of the cool houses. This, I think, is an herb seller's shop, and we've got some lovely herbs hanging out here to dry. We've used some of our red sand to represent some chili powder, or whatever they had back then in Westeros, whatever's popular, saffron, God knows. So there are some legitimate tradesmen in Sisterton, not just smugglers and pirates. If you check out Sisterton, also check out the island of Sweet Sister, which is where the town is located, because there's lots of different locations, including a location known as the Belly of the Whale, which is a notorious smuggler's den, where one of the main characters of the Song of Ice and Fire series finds himself in. I won't spoil who that is. This location only gets 1 chapter in the entire Song of Ice and Fire series, where we had to get all of the detail for this build from. It is a really, really cool build, and we were really anxious to get it going, because it's got all this really lovely detail. And we think it's a shame that there's only 1 chapter on it in the Song of Ice and Fire series, but it really goes into a lot of detail of that character's journey through the island of Sweet Sister and through Sisterton and into the Breakwater Castle. So we're following that path now, and it's really cool if you want to read that chapter and then follow the path that character takes, because we've really focused on getting all the details right. So here we are heading through the first gatehouse or barbican of Breakwater Keep, and we're going to cross this drawbridge here. Looking down, you can see those deadly looking sea spires jutting out of the sea, and that's why the night lamp is so important, because the sea around here is just littered with rocks and hazards for ships. So here we are in the outer yard of Breakwater. Looks like a smith on the right there. We've got, looks like a fighting pit down there, a granary in there, all of the necessities for a keep to have. And we're going to head into the keep here. And here we are in the entrance hall of Breakwater. We've got some holes in the roof. They aren't particularly well off, the Borrells or the Sunderlands, and that's because they have a bad habit of choosing the wrong side in the historical wars of Westeros, notably the Blackfire Rebellion, if you want to take a look into that. Some interesting history going on there. So in this hall, we've taken a special care of the details in the series and the books. It's actually specified that only 4 of the torches are lit in the hall, and if we count them, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 torches lit with the rest off, as well as this threadbare Mirish carpet, which we've done our best to make look pretty threadbare and worn out. So let's make our way up through the castle here. We've got this nice dining area over here. We've got a nice little sitting area with a nice warm hearth, because I can imagine it gets pretty cold here. Like I said, we're pretty much in the middle of a huge bay bordering the north, so I can imagine that it gets pretty chilly. I think this probably goes down. Yeah, it's another well, like the one we saw at Carhold, that goes all the way down to the water to bring water up to the keep. Here we've got some stairs going up, so let's follow these up. I have explored this keep before, so I have a pretty good idea of where I'm going, but God knows I might get lost again. It's bound to happen. We've got a nice little sitting area here with another hearth, some more eating place. We've got, that's the hall we were in before, and we've got a little bedroom here for probably a knight or a guard of the castle. A suit of armor here as well, and a hearth. Let's keep heading up. This must be where the maester's quarters is, as well as the lord's chambers. Tends to be near the top of the keep always. Yeah, so we've got those nice little bedrooms in here. I say maester's because, yeah, here it is, all the bookshelves. He's pretty literate, this maester, for being in such a poor town. Who knows, maybe he was shunned by the Citadel and sent here as punishment. So let's cross the bridge here and head into the Night Lamp, which, as I said before, is the lighthouse of Sweet Sister and Sisterton. Very important, because if it ever goes out, lots of ships are going to crash, which is why it was so important for Stannis to make sure that Godric Borrell was on his side. So we're just heading through the sleeping quarters of the people who man the Night Lamp. We've got this nice little upstairs area and this lift that brings up firewood to the top. You can hear the fire crackling above me. That's a nice little sitting area for someone keeping vigilant, making sure the night lamp stays lit. And we're just going to head up here, take a look. There it is, the fire. We've got some logs on the fire there, keeping it well lit. Some embers burning brightly. And we're just going to take a look at the keep here. Look, it's got that beautiful northern peaked roofs here, like the ones we saw at Barrowton. It's a beautiful example of a really unique style, blending 2 different styles. And it's definitely one of the community's favorite builds. It's also recently completed. And in fact, I think there are still some work in progress bits to Sweet Sister, which will shortly be finished. And here we are looking out on the town of Sisterton. You can see those lovely ships in the harbor there. And you might even be able to see in the distance there the gatehouse and one of the watchtowers. And there's a sept on the cliff there as well. I wanted to include that in my video, but I just didn't have time for it. But if you /warp Sisterton and check it out yourself, it's a pretty grim and scary place. So I thought maybe it's best not to include it anyway. It might give you folks nightmares. So check it out yourself. Just /warp Sisterton or /warp Breakwater to end up in this keep here and check it out. So that's where I'm going to end the video today. I think next week we're going to be checking out a pretty unique build as well, so keep your eye out for that. Thank you all for watching, and thank you again for your contributions for making this beautiful microphone thing happen. It's really going to improve the quality of this series, and I'm also going to be using it for narration or voiceovers for any other of our community needs. I guess I'm the official voice of WesterosCraft. I hope to do you guys proud. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!